Ugh. December 29th, 3:03 p.m. right in Poe law offices. My eyes are so blurry right now. Just looking at the text, I have to like lean in to like read it. Nick, what is it? I've got a confession to make. I'm terrible at figuring out magic tricks. Magic tricks? Yep, magic tricks are by their very definition tricks, right? But I can never figure out the tricks when I see them. That's because the tricks are performed by pros. They do it so then you don't have to guess the trick. But the trick Pearly showed me was incredible. Pearl said a magic trick? What kind of trick was it? Let's see. It looked like she pulled the end of her... Oh, wait, well, hold on. Let's see. It looked like she pulled the end of her own thumb off. That's actually super cute. First, she put her right thumb next to her left hand, and then it just separated. She could move it and up and down and everything. It was like incredible. Really? Was it kind of like this? What? How'd you do that? Nick, you're like a real magician. See, this is why I can't figure out magic. I'm not good at it. Especially hard tricks like flying from the scene of the murder. You'll take all the fun out of the magic if you keep trying to figure it out. Alright. What can I talk to them about? Let's see. What to do? I don't see any way out of this. We're stuck between a rock and a hard place. There's no way we can solve this mystery of a criminal flying by tomorrow. I was thinking, do you really think the criminal just flew through the air? The only one who thinks this is Mo, right? He says he saw it. That's true. Mo looked awfully serious when he said it. Do you think he might be might be trying to frame Max? Honestly, them trying to frame Max has definitely crossed my mind. And besides, he was kind of like an asshole to everyone, so it wouldn't surprise me. And especially the fact that, what's it called? Especially the fact that he's trying to also marry, Regina. If that was it, then he would have simply said, I saw Max, and that would have been enough. There's no reason why anyone would believe he flew. But what if the criminal really did fly? There's only one person who could do that, Max. You're really not helping my confidence here, Maya. Any ideas? Everyone seems to hate Max. Ben, Trillo, Mo, they all have nothing nice to say. That magician does seem rather full of himself, doesn't he? Ugh. God. Especially when he says things like customers only go to the circus to see him. He even hit Ben over the head with a bottle, which is honestly kind of crazy. But what? But that doesn't seem enough to frame another person for murder. I don't know. People have framed people for a lot less for murder. Or at least they've done a lot less for murder. Literally be annoying. Or you could be like literally a noisy neighbor, and it sucks. People are pushed to that brink and have to resort to that nature. And yeah, I don't endorse it, but you know, as history foretells, then history does show it. And it was proven that neither Ben nor Mo lie down the stand. Maybe Ben saw the ringmaster wearing Max's costume. I don't know. Max is like taller than the ringmaster, so I think it would have been noticeable if he was wearing it. But Mo clearly said he saw Max himself. Alright. Let's move the circus entrance. No. December 29th, Berry Big Circus entrance. You hear that? It sounds like two people arguing. All right.
Let's do it. Are you ready? Yes. Wait. Quit the whining. Let's just give this a shot already. All right, let's go. Row, row, row your boat. Row, row, row your boat. What are you doing? Gently down the stream. Come on, you know that. I'm trying my best, but Trillo, this just isn't going to work. Do you enjoy it saying dumb things? You're gonna have to be on your own someday. If you can't handle something as simple as this, then what are you going to do then? Hello, Ben. Hello to you too, Trillo. What are you doing here? Can't you see that we're on a secret crash training course? I'm sorry. Secret crash training? Ooh. Yes, Trillo wouldn't give up until I said we try out his idea for a new routine. So, we're here trying to sing in a row for our new ventriloquism act. In a row? You can really do that? That's incredible! See, even they are surprised by the idea. I told ya. They're not the only ones. You even surprised me with your idea. Once we've got a grip on the basics, then it's just a matter of practice. You think so? Oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to give this back to you. Ah, there it is. Now that I've got this ring back, it's time to take one more shot at Regina. All right, let's talk to him. Today's trial. I know that you already testified in court today. You know, you want to talk about what we saw, right? Yes. Well, at first I thought it was the old man. Just looking at his walk and how he acted, right, Ben? Huh? Oh, yeah, that's right. But when you said hello and he didn't even get a reply, not to mention he was draped to those gaudy symbols. Why would you have thought if he wasn't wearing those symbols? What do you think, Ben? What? Oh, I would have thought it was the ringmaster. Oh, something isn't adding up here. I wonder who they really saw. I was hoping I could ask you about Regina. Oh, I'm completely serious about her. That's why I'm waiting for her even now. Really? That's so sweet. But if you really wanted to see Regina, shouldn't you check out the tent? Huh. You haven't had a clue about oh my gosh. You haven't gotten a clue about things, do you, sweetheart? Huh? Waiting for this is part of being in love. How so? You had a clue? You would have known that waiting is such a sweet and wonderful torture. Even when your body aches for your partner's love, that's one of the best parts. Yeah, I knew that. Poor Maya, she's so red. She looks like a red vine, vine-ripe tomato. Alright, let's ventriloquism. So, how is this new routine working out? Will you two just take a chill pill already? Our routine's a secret. We're gonna take the ventriloquism world by the storm. It'll be a real revolution. It sounds incredible. But I'll let you make one thing clear. We're not going to take on the world just because that jerk said we should. That jerk? Max Galactica. Performers should aim for the world. Who does he think he is? Trillo, you seem really to be fired up about all this. He needs to realize that he isn't the only one who can conquer the world stage. You're right. You're right. Mark my words, I, Trilloquist, will win the Grand Prix. You're the man now, doll. Row, row, row your boat will be the key to the glorious victory. Not to rain on your parade, but wouldn't a more mature song be best? Hey, you've got to start somewhere, right? Don't screw this up. You gotta be a part of this too. Alright, let's move on. Actually, I could probably check out the detention center and talk to him first. Let me actually go back to the detention center and talk to him. December 29th, detention center visitors room. Oh, my sweeties. You mind hurrying up and getting me out of this place? We're doing our best, Max. Just hang in there. A little while ago, some people from a local TV station came by. And since I'm the famed magician that they said, let's make you your very own TV special. Really? What kind of TV special? Maximilian Galactica, The Great Prison Escape. It would be aired live. Hey, that sounds like it would be an awesome special. No, that would not be an awesome special. But if I do the special before I'm acquitted, they'll never let me out of here for real. Well, if you surely be a necessary addition to your troubles with the law. That is what I was thinking, but production staff is already working on the show. If you don't get me out of here quick, I'll have no choice but to stage a real prison break. You seem awfully calm about the possibility. I have no choice. It would be a contractual obligation. That's show business. Right. Night of the murder. The night of the crime. You didn't happen to fly off into the sky, did you? Here is how everything went down, sweetie. At the time of the murder, I was sitting in the ringmaster's room. Not to mention, flying off into the sky is just not something I can do at will. I don't even care about the stoogey clown says. It wasn't me. Dude, Max, do you mind teaching me that trick behind flying? You'll have to forgive me, sweetie. The difference between me and cheap imitation magicians is that I keep my mouth shut. I don't teach people tricks, but I will say this. It's very much harder than you think. Child. I was thinking about this court today. I've got a favor to ask you. Anything for you, sweetie. Be friends with the other performers in the circus. Fabulous, a great joke. Why would I be friends with a bunch of hacks like them? But I've won on the world stage, and I've won the International Grand Prix. International Grand Prix? Performers should always look to perform on the world stage. But the performers at this circus are completely and utterly devoid of ambition. This is something that I cannot simply tolerate. Ambition, huh? Something about what Max just said rings true to my ears. Oh my sweeties want to hear all about the Grand Prix, don't they? To be honest though, I've told this story 100 times already, so it's a bit boring. We're sorry to make you tell it again. You must not have heard me. Really sick of telling this story. But what can you do? I'm Maximilian Galactica. I suppose I can tell it again. Viola! Take a look at this. I just happen to have a picture for the Grand Prix with me. Oh, that's cool. Just look at the fabulous stage. It's actually kind of cool. They have the, what's it called? They have the little bust after him. This is the first stage that I flew on. I flew right over the audience. The crowd erupted in applause. At the time, I thought to myself I could die right there and then and die a happy man. I'll never forget how I felt that night. The emotions, the acclaim. Wow. By the way, I think everyone who is a performer should get to experience that feeling. I just wish I could explain that to the other people in the circus. That's incredible, Max. I want a trophy too. Hey, Nick, how about you buy me a trophy? That's not how you earn a trophy, Maya. My sweeties, you can have this picture of my triumph. Just make sure you show it to all the other members of the circus. Look and learn. That's what you should tell them. Learn how to get thrown into jail. Grand Prix pick added to the records. All right. All right, let me move back over to circus entrance. We move over to the big top. Make it up real quick. December 29th, a very big circus big top.
Try saying that 5 times fast. Was.
Huh? Where's Regina? I don't know. But if she's with that tiger, I don't want to find out. Let's hurry up and get out of here. Nick, you're kind of a chicken, aren't you? No. I'm just, allergic to wild tigers. That's fair, honestly.
Just a little. To tigers. Alright, let's see where we go next. Can I actually look around and examine stuff? I think I can.
The seats are so far away from the ring, but they make up for it with the amount of people that can see the show. Hey, Nick, do you think that if every person in the audience screamed all at once, the vibration they'd create could cause the big top to collapse? I'm glad I don't pay you to come up with this stuff. Fair. Ah, a ladder. It's just a step ladder. What's the difference? They do the same thing, right? I think you should stick with the basic facts of the matter. Okay. It's not even worth arguing with her on this one. Hey, look! That's where Max makes his grand appearance. It's grand, all right. I want to try entering the court like that. How'd I know that she'd say that? I think that's it over here. Spotlights. Whoa, those lights are huge! If they fell from the ceiling, you'd be going to the circus in the sky. Life is so fragile, isn't it, Nick? It can be snuffed out in an instant by falling gargantuan lights. It's so fragile that I've decided to eat as much good food as I can before I die. Like hamburgers. Apparently, you didn't notice the big sign that says closed by the snack stand. Aw, it's closed. Oh, it's closed. There doesn't seem to be anything here that can help us. Not even a single clue. You know, I've been meaning to ask you, what exactly do you mean when you say clue? What are you looking for? A bloody chainsaw, for instance. Well, there's definitely not one of those here. Let me move over to the ringmaster. December 29th, Big Top Ringmaster's room. Max and the ringmaster had their talk in this room. That could have been when the ringmaster put on Max's costume and went outside. Why do you do that anyway? Was it really that cold or something? Let me examine everything. You know this is called a tailcoat, right? And they call this the face of someone who already knew that. What? A scrap of white paper is sticking out from the coat pocket. Huh? Where? Calm down, Maya. You can't just go rummaging through people's coats. Aw. You know, you always make me feel like I'm doing something wrong. Girl, you can't be rummaging through people's clothes. So this is all the same stuff that we basically went through. I don't think there's anything new. The poster stars. This must have been the poster that they used to promote the public appearances. Posters are the way to go, aren't they? What do you mean? We should make a poster to promote our law firm. Spine-tingling legal action, mind-numbing legalese. You will say, wow. Or, perhaps, hold it. Don't miss out on a stunning life or death courtroom thrill ride. With those taglines, our law office would sink faster than the Titanic. Fair enough. Alright, let's actually head out. Back to the big top. Go to the cafeteria. December 29th, Big Top Cafeteria. They still haven't cleaned up this place, have they? If Pearly got one look at this state, she'd slap whoever who was in charge across the face. I mean to never invite her to my office. Alright, so we've kind of been here already. We've gone through the ropes. Let me move out to the big top again. Move to the circus entrance. Go to Plaza. December 29th, Lodging House Plaza. Oh, it's you two. You look like you just got hit by a truck. Shouldn't you get some rest? Ugh, I'm taking a rest right now, pal. I've been listening to some crazy clown's life story. Miss Von Karma told me to come down here and do this for her. Yeah, I figured that much. Oh yeah, because last episode they're like, send Gumshoe. Let me tell you something, pal. Listening to that old clown sucks all your energy. Every time he's done talking, he looks at you like you should be doing something. I think he's waiting for you to laugh at his jokes. I know that, pal. You have any idea how much your face hurts if you fake laughing that much? That's fair. Francesca really set you up bad this time, didn't she? If you ask me, she should be listening to Mo herself. No way, pal. You're not gonna get me to back to a woman. Why are you defending her? Prosecutor Von Karma's always got her eyes on us. And every time you definitely don't want her to show up, poof, there she is. Don't show up. Don't show up. Don't show up. Looks like she's wound him up pretty tight. She's directly above us as we speak. Huh? How is that possible? According to the clown, the culprit jumped from here and disappeared into the sky. If that's what happened, it means the killer passed right by this window, pal. Oh, I see. Whoever lives in that room behind the window up there. The acrobat's got his room up there on the 3rd floor, it seems. Pretty soon, Miss Von Karma is gonna start her investigation up there. So don't get any ideas on going to the acrobat's room. Got it, pal? Shivers. Francesca Von Karma. Once again, she's done with her investigation. I'll go check up there and check it out. Oh. Mo's not here. If he was here, he would have been able to tell even before you stepped into this room. I'm sure we would have heard him laughing. Aha, aha, aha. What do you think he's laughing at when he's all by himself? I always thought he was just thinking of new jokes. He must really love his work. Let's move back over to the circus entrance. Let's go to... Poet's evidence. Oh my gosh. Would you mind taking a look at this? That's it. Guess we won't be getting anything out of him. Alright, let's go. We move over to... Big Top. Cafeteria, maybe Mo's in here. November 29th, Big Top Cafeteria. Oh! Right, welcome to the wonderful, fabulous cafeteria. Yikes, he's in an awfully good mood. Alright, you know what time it is, riddle time. Why does everyone cry when they eat Mexican pizza? Come on, you know the answer, it's easy. Because cafeteria Mexican pizza is possibly a weapon of bowel destruction? Bzz, wrong. Try again. Okay, what do you think, girly? I got it. Okay, what is your answer? Because they are in the cafeteria. Exactly. It's an incredibly sad place, that cafe. I did it. What's going on? He's being too nice. Let's talk to him. Today's been really crazy, hasn't it? You're telling me. I didn't even think I didn't even think, oh my gosh, it could be that tough. Tough? Yeah, it was a tough crowd. That's why you call a coward and refuse to laugh. For instance, If it was such a tough crowd this morning, I'd smash the watermelons. I told them all a great story and even a greater jokes, but no one busted out laughing. You even used up the famed no shoots, no shirt, and no service. Exactly. How can you not laugh at a stunning comedy like that? Alright, witnessing. What did we witness? Ooh, sorry, I yawned. Are you 100% sure you saw the testimony today? I saw what I saw. I swear that creep just flew through the air. It wasn't exactly flying per se. It was more like floating. The silhouette of his face made me positive it was Max. I don't see a psych lock. You must be telling the truth. Present him the picture. Ah, not this picture. He showed it to you guys too. Huh? You've seen this as well? Well, you know what they say about Maximilian Galactica. He really gets around. Oh yeah. He didn't just show me the picture. What do you mean? He showed me his bust too. Let me tell you, that thing is enormous. Oh my god, dude, I kept on clicking left click. Got a big bust? I wouldn't mind hearing more people, or hearing more about Max's bust, not that I'm into that sort of thing. Let's talk to him more about the bust. Damn it. Max's bust should be on that small table over there. There's nothing over there. Really? Oh yeah. When was that? I'd say 5 days ago. All of a sudden, the bus disappeared. It disappeared? If you want to see, there's a photo of the bulletin board over there. Max just had to put up the picture. Hey, that thing really looks cool. Nick, I want someone to make a bust out of me. Sure, as long as I'm not paying for it. Aw. Bronze statue taken from cafeteria. Is there anything else that changed about this place? Nope, nothing's changed that I can see. I wonder if he's actually thinking this, or if he's setting up a real bad joke. Nope, I'm drawing a blank here. Quiet Mo is a good Mo, in my book. I guess there really aren't any other things that have changed, huh? Well, there is this one teensy tiny thing that does seem different. Tell us! Well, on the morning of the crime, over on the bulletin board, this piece of paper was posted front and center. Piece of paper? It was torn, so I don't know what it said, but I could see the title. Yikes. To the murderer. Murderer? Yep, that's what it says, but the rest of it has been ripped off. And I don't know who posted it. When did you find this? The morning before the murder. Before the murder? Yeah, the ringmaster was killed the night after this paper was discovered. Who in the world would post this thing? No added. A post in the cafeteria, a torn paper. Murder. We're gonna go as long as we can. Honestly, I'm getting kind of tired, even though I shouldn't be tired. I'm gonna drink a whole pot of coffee. Nick, I think we better follow up on this important lead. Oh boy. Alright, and that means we gotta move back over to Max at the big top. This. Wait, let me show the... Do you know anything about this note? The morning of the murder, it was posted on the wall before the cafeteria. I do know all about that note. When I read it, my heart certainly skipped a beat. Your heart skipped a beat? While I was enjoying my morning tea, the ringmaster had entered, and company had entered the room. And company? I guess it wasn't really a company, it was just the ringmaster and his sweetie pie. And when the ringmaster read the note, he turned incredibly bright red. All of a sudden, he tore it off the wall and shoved it into the pocket. Oh my god, we can finally get it. Really? Out of curiosity, what in the world was it written? Let's see. Oh, I don't want to steal that fun for you, sweeties. Go and find it on your own. I'm sure you can find it somewhere. You might also want to ask my sweetie pie princess. Alright, cool. Gotta move back. Hey, do you see that? There's a scrap of paper shoved in the pocket of that tailcoat. Sorry, I had to stand up and grab something. I had to grab a Red Bull. You know, I've got the feeling that I know what it is. I bet the other half of the note Mo gave us. Then let's hurry up and check out that thing, Nick. I knew it! It fits perfectly with the other piece. What does it say? What does it say? To the murderer, I have the conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me at 10 p.m. tonight at the lodging house plaza. Weird. Tonight at 10 p.m.? That's when the murder took place. Now we need to find out who called out the ringmaster. No updated in courtroom. All right, let's head out of here. Go to the big top. Two. Head back to the circus, or the plaza. Maybe Von Karma's already done with her stuff over there. December 29th, Lodging House, Plaza. Hey, Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure you did a good job as usual. Well, I'm done with the investigation of the acrobat, finally. But with Ms. Von Karma... Beep, 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 beep. Ooh. Nick, what is that sound? What's that beeping sound? It's Ms. Von Karma. Huh? Every time I hear that sound, she's usually not too far behind me. Some sort of paper or something? If you don't mind, pal, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here quick. See ya, pal. I didn't know that Gumshoe could run that fast. So much for being a flatfoot. Never seen a grown man so afraid of a girl still in her teens. Well, let's go inside. It's freezing out here. The winds are biting us. Ah! As the biting as lashes from the whip. Oh my god. Von Karma? She really did appear. It was a real battle today in court, wasn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Did you have to jump out and scare us like that? Yeah, dude, why the fuck did you have to come out and hit her? Tomorrow will be the day my dream finally comes true.
You mean the story of my defeat at your hands on national news?
National news. You possess such a small sense of scale. The global news, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you miserable plight, will be known internationally. I think she might be overestimating the importance of a wind.
Okay, let me talk to her.
Miss Von Karma, it appears that you got your hands onto something big, huh? I'm amazed you picked it up on that much. Anyone could. You couldn't hide that look of victory with the 10 paper bags on your head. I've got conclusive evidence and a conclusive witness. Need any more hints? A conclusive witness? You must mean the acrobat, right? I'm putting in the summons for him to be called as a witness as we speak. It's the final nail in your coffin, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Yeah. I already get it. You want to destroy and beat me up. I can't worry about her. I've got to try and find out more information. Why do you keep on being evil to Nick? It doesn't matter if you prove the defendant guilty tomorrow. Nothing will be able to bring your dad back. My dad? You must mean the esteemed Manfred von Karma. Of course, your dad. I know you miss him. Enough out of you. One more word and you'll get a mouthful of whip. Now, when did I ever bring up my papa's name in this or any other conversation? Then what's this revenge thing you're talking about? You wouldn't understand, Mr. Phoenix, right? I have to see him again, one more time. Him? I'm sure you know whom I refer to. Miles Edgeworth. What? Edgeworth? Mr. Edgeworth? Miles Edgeworth? Oh my god. Miles Edgeworth, why would you bring him up? You haven't forgotten, have you? Do you know who it was that trained the gifted prosecutor, Miles Edgeworth? Manfred von Karma. Exactly right. It was my papa. That means that Edgeworth was right again. Miles was like a little brother to me, even though, wait, isn't Miles, like, older than her? Huh? Little brother? But Edgeworth and Nick are the same age. Edgeworth. That man who inspired me to become an attorney. I fought against him in a few cases. But a little after that case was over, he vanished. It's your fault he is gone. Huh? It's the truth, isn't it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Nick, what does she mean? Ooh, Edgeworth's death. Edgeworth was never quite the same after that case. And then with the case after that one, he never set foot into court again. And then one day he just vanished. All he left behind was a simple note at the prosecutor's office. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. That was 1 year ago. It was a few months after you left to go back home. Mr. Edgeworth. He's dead? I don't believe it. He's still alive. I'm sure of it. Somewhere in this world, he is still alive. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death? Of course he did. You ruined his reputation as a prosecutor. You effectively killed the prosecutor in him. Just like my victory muddied the honorable name Von Karma. I'm going to find him, and then I'm going to teach him his rightful place with my own two hands. Nick, about Mr. Edgeworth. Maya, I already told you this once. Don't make me do it again. Don't bring his name up in front of me, okay? Nick. Miss Von Karma? What? I don't know if you are God's gift to prosecutors or not, but I've had enough of you, and him too. What? What in the world happened? This dog is all bark but no bite, and he's already been defeated. Regardless, I have nothing to inform you of your two of today. Tomorrow will be the greatest courtroom battle this country has ever seen. Nick, let's go. We need to talk about the performer on the 3rd floor. I'm sorry I brought it up, Nick. Go to Acro's room. Oh, in a chair. He's in a wheelchair. December 29th, lodging house, 3rd floor, Acro's room. Arco's room? You must be Phoenix Wright. Yes. Pleased to meet you. I'm Ken Dingling. Ken Dingling? But here at the circus, everyone just calls me Arco. Mr. Arco? How do you know my name? The detective told me. He said you definitely show up here. Arco, you're a member of this circus as well? That's right. I mainly perform on the tightrope or the flying trapeze. But nowadays, I perform in my own. Oh, all I perform is in my wheelchair. What? Big circus. Arco, how did you join the circus? When I was a kid, my parents failed miserably at business. Then one night, they decided to run away from it all, and without me. Damn, dude, they abandoned him. The only person who was willing to take my parents' place was the ringmaster. The ringmaster took such incredible care of me. He was truly a lifesaver. It seems like the ringmaster was truly a saint. He was. That's why I decided to do something very important. I decided that I would devote my entire life to finding a way to repay him. Oh, and now look how someone repaid him for all the good in his life. It's such a shame. Sometimes I think that he also was too kind. He was almost too kind. Oh my god, I went too far. I wonder if he spoiled Regina. Regina's so cute. She's truly a princess. I keep on skipping over stuff. Clicked off. Truly a princess? Are you sure that's a good thing? Do I detect a hint of a grudge against Regina? Wheelchair. I'm sorry to ask, but why are you in a wheelchair? The nerves in my legs were badly damaged. You can't walk now? I can't even stand now. And since I live on the 3rd floor, I can't even leave this building by myself. That's awful. The accident happened during the acrobatic session, right? Oh. Oh! He has 3 locks! Cyclops! It doesn't seem like Arco's injuries were acrobatics in nature. What's on your mind, Mr. Wright? Well, exactly when were you injured? It's been almost 6 months since I was hurt. I injured my legs during practice 6 months ago. What in the world went on in the circus then? I stopped by yesterday and noticed that you weren't in your room. I was at the hospital all day yesterday. Ah, you went there for rehabilitation? What about the murder? Of course I knew about it. I spoke with the police before they allowed me to go to the hospital. Before I got my call from the prosecutor, I was convinced that it was all a dream. Huh? I just couldn't believe it. When I saw what I saw... What you saw? Jeez, this sounds really ominous. What did you see, Arco? That... No! Damn it! I see the scene of the crime was right below your window. That's when I looked out the window. What did you see? Oh my god. He was flying straight up into the air. He? Maximilian Galactica. What? That's what I thought he'd say. You're almost absolutely positive that it was Max you saw flying? I'm almost absolutely sure. There is no doubt in my mind. No, Nick. Okay, so I gotta figure out what to give him. I wonder... Alright. Let's leave him for now, because I'm pretty sure I don't have any evidence, so we're just gonna move out of here. Actually... Huh? Money is a great friend to me. That pile of treasure over there is his collection, huh? It is indeed. Money will bring anything back with him. Aw, that's so cute. Yeah, I'm not great with the ladies, but I seem to be pretty popular with the animals. Let's get out of here. Let's go back to the lodging. Let's move to the plaza. If he has a grudge against Regina, we have to at least try and find Regina. So I'm gonna go to the big top one more time. I'm kind of curious. I wonder what happened 6 months ago, especially because his legs are... Well, he doesn't have the use of his legs anymore. So let me move over to... Plaza. Or to the big top. Because honestly, I thought it was him at first before I saw the wheelchair. I'll be real. December 29th, Berry Big Top Circus. Grr. I've got a bad feeling about this one. Grr. Yeah, Nick. Wonderful. Today's special must be Filet-O-Phoenix. Stay, heal. Oh, Maya, Nick, it's you guys. Yeah, it's them. I'm so sorry. I guess I made a mistake. Mistake? Yeah, a little one. I was thinking of teaching whatever primate was out there for a lesson. Oh, Lord. But I was expecting more of a monkey than a human. A monkey? I wonder what she means by that. Alright, let's talk to her. Alright, Russell Berry. It's pity about what happened to the ringmaster. Dad? Everyone loved him, didn't they? He must have been quite a man. He was. I love my dad so much. I hate to say it, but she doesn't seem all that broken up by her father. That's why I feel so lonely. Now that I won't be able to see him for a while. For a while? Yeah. When Leon died, I talked with my dad and he told me that when someone dies, they just become a star in the heavens. A star? Yeah, that's what... That means that my dad is looking down from the sky. That's why I love the night so much. I can see everyone who's gone. And when someone dies, they just become stars. A star in the heavens. That's kind of sweet. But I bet you there's no way that Maya believes that. What do you mean there's no way I would believe that? Do you think one day I'll be a star too? Of course. You really think so? Yeah, you will, I think. I've got a feeling that everyone's is doing great up there in the sky. I wonder if everything's all right with Regina. I mean, this is her life. This is all she knows is the circus. She doesn't know anything outside of the world, like Maya and now Pearly, who were sheltered in their village. And well, in this case, Regina has been sheltered in the circus for a long time. Just to go back and clear things up, why did you teach a monkey? Why did you want to teach Bunny a lesson? Because he's a meanie. He's got something that means a lot to me. Something that means a lot to you? Something that means a lot to you, it must be something shiny, right? Actually, it's a stage costume. It's got a lot of sparkles. It's really beautiful, you see. We should? When the costume gets hit by the spotlight, it dazzles. Hey, Mr. Attorney. Huh? You saw that monkey. How you'd get my costume back for me, wouldn't you? Really important to me. Gladly. Leave it all up to us. Guess there's no turning this request down. Yay! You're really gonna do it? Alright, let's actually... Let me see. What else? Can I present something to her? I wonder if I can present this. Let's see here. I wonder if I can present the note to her. The murderer, you haven't forgotten what happened 6 months ago, have you? I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me at 10 p.m. tonight at the lodging plaza. Let me check this out. Let me actually show her this. There's no denying it. Max is so cool. I want to try flying someday with Max. She's already flown up into her own little world. Nick, I want to try flying too. Okay, I'll think about it. All right, let me look at here. Let me actually present the note. Regina, have you ever seen this before? I know what that is. Really? Well, it was in my pocket for a while. It was in your pocket? This piece of paper was in your pocket? I guess I noticed it. It was in there after breakfast. Breakfast time? Yeah, I always take Arco his breakfast in the morning. That's when I also take out the trash in his room. And then I'd go to the cafeteria and eat my own breakfast. That's when you realize the piece of paper was in your pocket? Yep. But since I'm not a murderer, I just figured it belonged to someone else's pocket. But then what? I wonder if the person who lost it was in trouble, so... Didn't put it up on the bulletin board in the cafeteria, did you? I did! I stuck it up there. How'd you know? Oh, she had the best intentions, but girl. So it was Regina who put that up there. How did this happen? It was in the morning. The morning of the murder, I think. That explains a lot. Ooh, girl. I wonder who wrote this. Found in Regina's pocket, morning of the crime. Okay. Let's move back to the cafeteria. December 29th, Big Top Cafeteria, something... Oh! Something smells so fantastic, so we know it can't be Mo. Wait, I know what it is. It's burgers! Wow, welcome to the Bistro de Chic. Haha, the cafeteria. It smells so good in here, and those burgers look great. She's drooling like she's some sort of crazed burger monster. My burgers are the best! Juicy meat, toasted buns, specialty sauce. They are absolutely irresistible to anyone with a hankering for a burger. One bite will send you to the hamburger heaven. I bet. I can tell by the smell. Whoa, I'm getting hungry too. Those burgers must have some kind of special power. Now that the ringmaster is gone, what are you gonna do? That's all I've thought about the past 2 days. Everyone loved Russell. They've heard Arco's story. You've heard Arco's story, haven't you? Like how he was adopted when he was younger? He calmed down a bit now, but he was livid when he heard about the murder. That's fair. Arco was taken in as a child and basically was parented by Russell, but in turn, Russell had Regina as well, so I guess there's that sort of rivalry. Maybe Arco thinks that Regina is just a spoiled brat, she doesn't know the hardships, and so on and so forth. I guess in the sense, it's like it's sad, but you know, it happens. Arco was so upset that he said he couldn't go on. He was that upset? Yeah, he was like, anyways, I gave it some thought. And maybe I should give up on trying to be a half-baked clown. I've been thinking of trying on the ringmaster's shoes. What, really? Max would be an issue, though. Max? He may be a bit mean and hard to work with, but it's hard to argue his importance. He's probably the reason the circus is still around. A lot of what he says is right. Mo. All that's left is to see if everyone can try and get over the tragedy. You know. Tragedy? You know? What is he talking about? Get over what tragedy, Mo? Huh? What do you... Don't worry about it. It's nothing at all. You must mean the tragic death of the ringmaster, right? Yes, that's it. You're right, girlie. Dang, correctamundo. He doesn't mean ding. Mo, I mean no disrespect here. Are you trying to lie to us? Huh? No, not at all. What makes you think that? His voice hurts my throat. Just the way you said, if everyone can get over the tragedy. Are they talking about maybe Leon the Lion? It sounded like you were talking about something else from a long time ago. Eek. Mo, I'm right, aren't I? Fuck, he has blocks on him! So now we're getting closer to the truth. It's about 6 months ago. It was just a little accident. Give me a break. Us old men have accidents. I'll wear my big pants for a reason. 6 months ago, eh? So, 6 months ago for him is probably 6 months ago for Arco. But Arco has 3 locks. He has 2. Oh no. Alright, let's head back out of here. Let's go look for her outfit. Let's go to circus entrance. Go talk to... Actually... Oh, let me... Profiles. Talk about him. Would you mind taking a look at this? Oh, he doesn't want to talk. Okay. At least I thought I could get something out of him. December 29th, lodging house, first floor, Mo's room. Mo's not here, which is... No. What's that? I hear something. Stop it, Nick. You're scaring me. Oh, no. Nick, it's money! That monkey's holding something. That's it. That's the thing. That means a lot to Regina, remember? All right. Time to take on this monkey, attorney style. Give it back, monkey brain. Scratch, scratch. Oh, fuck. Yikes! Wah! I tried to have a monkey-to-monkey talk with him. I really did. Nick, you... I swiped it from money when he was distracted. Wow, you're really on the ball today, Nick. Let me see, let me see. Huh? You can see it fine from where you are. You know what I mean. I really want to try on Regina's costume. Maybe then they'll take you in at the circus. I can get some peace and quiet. What's the matter now? It doesn't fit me at all. Oh well, I guess it's time to lay off the burgers. Not to mention it doesn't look like something any girl I know would actually wear. Strange costume. Shiny, sparkling vest. It's not my size. Alright, let's get moving then. Let's go back to Regina. There's so much evidence. Here you go, Regina. Yay! Hey, thank you! You really got it back for me! Don't mention it. I love you, Mr. Attorney. It's nothing? You guys can't see me, but I just, like, did a, okay. Like an okay face. No wonder guys melt into mush in front of this girl. Hey, Regina. This costume of yours is yours, right? I tried it on, but it didn't fit me. Huh? This costume? This isn't mine. It was Leon's. Leon's? You know, the lion she told us about. Oh, that one that someone killed. Let me actually talk to her now. Leon was killed, wasn't he? That's right, my dad killed him. Why? Well, Leon did something really bad during practice. During practice? Leon was sitting down and when he opened his mouth, you know, Garar. Usually when he did that, I would put my head into his mouth. Wait, you put your head into the lion's mouth? I sure did. People in the crowd always loved seeing me do that. They'd always start screaming. Are you sure they were screaming because they loved seeing you do that? Anyways, what was the bad thing? Oh yeah, Leon bit someone during that practice. Regina, everything was all right though, right? No, it wasn't all right. That wasn't the problem. My dad was incredibly angry. And that's when Leon, yeah, and that's when he became a star in the sky. Poor thing. Leon added to the court record. The animal shows lion, shot by a ringmaster 6 months ago for biting a performer. Did he bite Arco? Ooh, is that why probably Arco has a grudge against Regina because Leon was Regina's favorite? Ooh, okay. All right, let's talk to Mo. Okay. We're gonna talk to him. We're obviously talking to Mo next, and then from there we'll go over to Arco. I'm pretty sure he's a little bit easier to get through with 2 locks. Mo, please tell us what happened 6 months ago. What in the world went on at the circus? Okay. There's no need to look so scary when you ask me. Hey, look over there, some juicy burgers. Let's eat instead. Unfortunately, I'm not more of a grilled chicken man myself. Actually, I've kind of got the idea on what happened back then. Mo, you said something about the accident. This wouldn't happen to be the cause of it. I heard a little bit from Regina. Leon made a mistake during a practice, right? How did you? That's 1. Okay, 1 down. I told them so many times, you shouldn't be doing such dangerous acts. Like putting her head inside Leon's mouth, right? Yeah, but Regina believed in Leon. She believed so strongly that the ringmaster went along. He never could say no to her. Out of curiosity, who was bitten? Come on, Mo. Don't clam up on me now. Who did Leon bite on the head? Well, I promise I wouldn't say anything. You promise? He's involved in this too. He's involved? Mo must be talking about. Mo, is this the person you promised you wouldn't say anything about? And it has to be Arco, because Arco was injured 6 months ago. He has a grudge against Regina, and he's obviously pissed about Russell's murder. It must have been Arco, right? How did you know? Don't worry about that, Mo. Getting to the bottom of this may help solve what really happened to the ringmaster. No way! I need to know the truth about what happened to Russell. Please tell me what happened. I'm sorry, Arco. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, I lost a crap ton of points. Oh, my God. I forgot about that. Oh, my God. It's just like you said. You know, the accident. Did someone die? No, but it would have probably been better if he had. What? How would that have been better? He's still alive, but he got bit and he suffered massive brain damage. He'll never recover from the coma that he's in. Wait, it's not Arco? Coma? All he does now is lie in bed in that hospital, and that's all he's going to ever do. I see. How is he related to Arco? He's his brother? What? The person who got bit was Arco's brother. Brother? They were an acrobatic team, brother. Arco and Bat. Oh, Acrobat. Cute nicknames, I thought. Anyhow, they were an incredible team, cut down in their prime. Arco's brother. Who is Arco's younger brother? Sean Dingaling. But everyone called him Bat. Aww. Cute. He fell in love with Regina. Trying to win her love was his downfall. That's why he hates her. That's why Arco hates her so much. Not because of, well, obviously because of the lion, but because, oh no. Oh, his brother loved her. Everyone seems to be falling in love with Regina. 6 months ago, while we were practicing, all of a sudden, Bat blurts out, "Let me perform with Leon." How did he do that? I don't know, but that's what caused the accident. I'll never forget that moment. Fight of 87. So sorry. It was strange. Leon had the weirdest look on his face. He was smiling. You mean Leon? Yes, Leon. When he bent down, he was smiling. Some sick grin. Oh. No way, that's impossible. A smirking lion, a flying murderer. Why does it seem that it's always Mo who catches all these incredible events? Nick, can lions smile? We never told the police about the incident. The circus would have been shut down if we had. The next day, the ringmaster took Leon out and shot him with a rifle. So that's what really happened. Well, you guys were so serious. What was I supposed to do? I had to tell you. But all this truthfulness has put me in a mood for a burger. Here, you two have some pepper. Shaka, 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 shaka. There's no... Oh, wait, that looks like the thing we have in the box. There he goes again, acting like his normal crazy self. Achoo! Nice. Nice. What a wonderful sneeze. Huh? You think so? You sneeze with pepper and slip on a banana peel? That's a basic cloudsmanship. Girlie, I know you got to understand that. Nick, I think I'd make a good clown. Other than Regina, I've never seen a cuter sneezer. Does Regina sneeze with pepper too? She does. I would always tease her with pepper. That? From my point of view, those two look so perfect together. They looked perfect together, huh? Oh no. I think it might be time to go talk to Arco, I think, now. That sucks, though. Because it's literally, because it's... Your brother fell in love with the princess of... As I hit my mic. Your brother falls in love with the princess of the circus, Regina. And a terrible accident happens where he tries to prove himself to Regina, or in some way, where Leon basically bites him down. And obviously Leon is shot, killed, while Bat is currently in the hospital. But him, though, his legs, he was in an accident. Did he probably... I wonder if he fell at the time or something. I'm trying to think. It's morbid. Yeah. Alright, let's get moving. Mr. Wright back again, I see. Well, he did say I'll be back. Wait, or was that someone else? We're back because Arco's hiding why his legs were injured. He was hurt in the accident 6 months ago. It would seem like he knows that we know. Well, it seems like you've got things. You got to things and you want to talk. Alright, let's present... Because he has 3 of them on. Alright. About the wheelchair. I have to ask you, how were you injured? I'm sorry, I thought we talked about this. It was an accident that happened during practice. An accident during practice. Yes, unfortunately, acrobats are prone to all sorts of injuries. He's lying. If that were the real cause, he'd have no reason to keep it a secret. Arco, are you really telling me that a practice accident was the cause of this injury? They're just 22. Alright, Arco, just tell me about the truth. Do you mind if I ask you a question first? What do you want to know? Do you really think I could get an injury like this from something like that? Yikes, it seems like a... Oh, fuck. Ah. If that's how you handle yourself, I suggest a net if you ever tried the tightrope. He's right, I slipped up just now. I've got to rethink things. An accident during practice. Yes, unfortunate. Okay. So let me do La Regina instead. Damn it, come on.
actually. Actually... Oh, yes. Leon, 6 months ago, you were attacked by the lion. That's when you were injured. Ooh, I know I'm on the right track. I just gotta keep going. You're saying that I was attacked by a lion? That's what I'm saying. I'm sorry, Mr. Right, but I'm an acrobat. I'm no animal tamer. If a lion was coming at me, I'd be running for the exit. Okay, maybe attacked is not the best word to be using. So let me rephrase that as battled the lion. You seem to enjoy telling jokes. Why would I decide to battle a lion? Because you had to fight it. You had to fight it to save someone. And that's your brother. Bat. It was a shame what happened to your brother 6 months ago. You tried to save him, didn't you? And that's how you got that terrible injury. Mo, he must have told you. Yes, he learned about Bat. He learned about Bat from Mo. But he didn't mention anything about you in regards to the accident. I suppose it was just a slip of the tongue on his part, and that's how I figured it out. Slip of the tongue. Anyways, they were an incredible team. Cut down together in their prime. Cut down together. That was where he slipped, and that's how I figured it out. You two ended up at the center of the same accident together, like always. I see. But an accident is an accident. It wasn't anyone's fault. I still haven't broken Arco's last psych lock. This must be an incredibly deep-seated secret. It wasn't anyone's fault, but do you care to explain more? Arco, I know you are still hiding something from me. Maybe someone you don't seem to like that much. I think it has to be definitely Regina. That's why you're so resentful toward her. Regina, you always seem calm and collected until you start talking about her. Saying things like she's cruel. Well done, Mr. Attorney. You've got quite the set of eagle eyes. You know, her tiger tried to attack me. Regent tried to attack you? Twice. He wasn't serious, I'm sure. I'm not saying that to institute that I believe she spurred on Leon to attack Bat, are you? Leon was never taught a command to attack people. Regina isn't capable of doing anything like that. Besides, Regina had no reason to want to hurt my little brother. Regina and Bat were such good friends back then. But you still hate Regina. I've got proof of that. What? What are you talking about? Doe, maybe I overdid it again. But what if I had something over Arco? Maybe there's proof of that you had it out for Regina all along. The note. This. Where'd you get this? Regina posted it on the bulletin board in the cafeteria. Before that, it was in her pocket. I guess I noticed it was in there around breakfast time. I always take Arco his breakfast in the morning. You wrote this, and then you put it in her pocket. That's right, isn't it? That's right. Well done, Mr. Wright. Yay, full health! Full health! Talk about your accident, bud. Where the heck did it go? My legs were injured by Leon. 6 months ago. My younger brother, Bat, had a dare with Regina. A dare? An absurd dare. If I can put my head inside Leon's mouth like you do, you have to go to the movies with me on a date. That's insane.
Didn't he know how dangerous it is? He thought he was being stupid too. We all thought he was being stupid too. But that lion was very old to begin with. And the age brought with it countless experiences in doing the very trick. Unfortunately, this particular time, I guess Leon wasn't ready or willing. And that's when the accident happened. He just wanted to take her out to the movies. Poor Bat. When Leon chomped down, I jumped towards him. Then Leon attacked me, and that's how I ended up. And what about Bat? He's still in the coma. I went to the hospital yesterday to visit him. I see. I'm still waiting for him to open his eyes again. And that's my reason I keep on going. Regina and Bat. Regina and Bat. You were such good friends. Oh yeah, I wanted you to take a look at this. What is it? This is the scarf my brother was wearing when Leon attacked him. Gross, it's covered in blood. This scarf. It was a present from Regina to my brother on the day of the accident. No! That's even worse. When he did it, he looked like he was smiling. He? Leon, obviously. Oh! When he bit down on Bat's head. That expression on Leon's face looked like a grin. Nick, I know. Mo said the same thing. What do you think it means? I'll be taking that scarf if you don't mind. Damn, Miss Von Karma. I've already heard everything, so hand over that scarf. But the scarf is evidence in the trial. That is for me to decide. I think we should begin our preparations now, Arco. Preparations? I've served a summons to Arco to appear in court tomorrow as a witness, and Arco will talk more at the prosecutor's office. Arco, a witness? Come on, Arco, let's go to the office. Yes, ma'am. Now, what do we do, Nick? How are we going to handle tomorrow? I'll figure something out. Look at you, all full of confidence. You must have found something to use. This is beginning to come together now. To be continued. I'm gonna save right here. Part 1 trial. Ooh, girl! Good morning, Max. Oh yeah, good morning, sweeties. You seem like you don't seem like your sparkling usual self. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm always working up to it. Tee. Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. Regina! How fabulous, my sweetie pie princess. You came to watch my performance today? Of course I did. Mo told me that I should come and watch this. Mo said that? So what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end? It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweets? Huh? I think my sweetie pie princess doesn't... Yeah, she doesn't seem to realize what's going on. Or even where she is. Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today, I'm just a member in the audience. Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there. Good luck, Max. You're the best. Lord. Regina's different, don't you think, Nick? On top of the morning, Tia. Let's get ready to stuck in legal limbo. How long or how low can you go? Mo, on top of the morning, to ya, Governor? Top of the morning? That's the ticket. Attacking the day starts with energy in the morning. The early bird gets the worm, but then again, worms lack higher brain function. Here, Max, I brought you a present, acid milk. Oh my, thanks. So, how are you today, right? Well, I've got a feeling that today I'm going to face off against the real culprit. You mean Arco? Huh? You think he did it? Be careful. He's used to putting his life on the line, literally. He's got guts to spare. If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It just means that I won't be able to press him like the other witnesses. What are you gonna do then, Nick? I guess today we'll have to do without our usual psychological warfare. Today we rely on evidence, and that's the only way we'll get past Arco and the truth. Right, but it's gonna be tough. Anyways, I want you to make sure Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. Because she's in fucking denial. No, not in denial, but like, I guess she's not. Well, he's a star in the sky to her, but it's helping her see the real crime behind everything. You want us to make sure Regina watches? Yes, that's why I brought her here to court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I mean, I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. December 30th, 10 a.m., District Courtroom number 2. Okay, we got this, we got this. We'll be fine, we'll be fine, we'll be fine. Court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Miss Von Karma. You may proceed with your case. The prosecution would like to revise the previous theory of events. What is the meaning of this? We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say, a new witness, a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off the scene of the crime. Order, order! I had a feeling something like this would come up. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need so arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. Oh, poor Gumshoe. R.I.P. Gumshoe. He's the realist. Very well. Please call your eyewitness to the stand. Time to get to work, or shall I say time to walk the tightrope. Oh, another bird. Name and occupation. Ken Dingling, but everyone calls me Arco. I am employed as an acrobat at the Very Big Circus. Where were you the night of the crime? I was in my room at that night. If you look at the map, you will see the witness's room is near the crime scene. My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window. The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. Witness's testimony. What I witnessed. It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting my head. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the window. Then a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. This witness's testimony matches up exactly with that clown. If that's the case, there is very little the prosecution need add. All right. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night. Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. A man must know the proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix, right? Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did. Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the eyewitness's testimony? In the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There is no way that actually happened. Very well, you may proceed with your cross-examination. I have to be tight and thorough. I can't really, like... That's what I'm really worried about. It was just after 10 p.m. when I was resting in my bed. I have to, like... Around that time, I heard a large thump noise from outside the room. Then a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by the window. It was Max Galactica. I only saw him from behind, but that's who it looked like. Let me press here, because it's not actually him. The light in your room was turned off that night, right? That's true. I was going to bed after all. So, with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window? The safety lights lit the things up enough for me to see, but honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was a person's back, so I couldn't see the white roses on front. How did you see any other symbols? I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I am convinced that the person I saw was Max Galactica. The more I press him, the less results I seem to get, but there may be something else about his testimony. I wonder because it has to be a contradiction with his hat. There is a huge contradiction in the testimony that was given. Objection! If there's a contradiction, then prove it with the evidence. She is right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of the contradiction? Oh yeah, because his fucking hat, like I said right now, his hat, he can only see from behind, but it was said that his hat was knocked off by, what's his face? Mo. Mo said it was knocked off. Yeah, it was found at the scene of the crime. It was left behind. You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The silk hat. What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window. Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night. That would have been quite difficult considering the state that I'm in. Just looking outside of the window was tough enough of a challenge for me. That's a shame because you would have noticed that the silk hat was found at the scene. That's the ringmaster's hat, right? Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has 2 silk hats? No, this is handmade. One-of-a-kind model made for Maximilian Galactica. Oh, thank you for the posture check and the stretch. Appreciate it, Funny enough, I did turn around to crack my back. Which means, Arco, that you've been fibbing on the stand. Fibbing. You can solve this case. Thanks, Dad. I appreciate it. Order! Order! Objection! As always. It looks like someone just had to open their mouth before thinking. Are you okay, Nick? I will be. Well, I opened my big mouth and now I have to open it up again. How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in this court? It's a grudge against Max. Arco was dreaming. Arco is the real culprit? What? That's an well, yeah, that's what I was thinking initially. Me. Actually, yeah, because he also has a grudge against Max. No, he doesn't have a grudge against Max. He only has a grudge against Regina because of what she did to her brother. Arco wasn't dreaming because he was clearly awake. And then... oh, Arco's the real culprit. That's interesting. But how would he get up, though, from, like, the bottom floor? That's what I'm thinking. Unless he has, like... I don't think, honestly. Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Arco himself. On this occasion? Accuse Arco? What in the world are you accusing him of? Obviously, we accused him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. Mr. Wright, are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor. Huh, I think your trips to the circus have served you well enough. You seem to have learned how to try and grab an audience's hearts and minds. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smoke and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book. Really? If you don't believe me, just look at this witness. With the birds. He's calm enough for it. He's calm enough for it to be almost scary. Those birds. What is he doing? He's saying it rather calm and collected. Mr. Dingling, do you have any response to the defense? I don't really need to say a thing, do I? What do you mean? Everyone take a good look at me. I can't even stand by myself, let alone leave the lodging house. That's true. I understand that Mr. Wright is trying to help his client, but to do this by accusing me of murder of all things. No, ad break starting about 3 minutes, guys. Ah! I didn't even read. He's right. Way to pick on a disabled, you heartless, cruel man. Phoenix is a poopy head. See that, Mr. Phoenix, right? If you are trying to drum up support for the peanut gallery, that's all you do for it. I think that's enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Arco is unable to stand until under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well. I hear the defense now. Arco had an accomplice. What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Arco have an accomplice? Of course he did. Because his brother's still in the coma, right? But he should be awake and out and about. He's been visiting him in the hospital. So I assume he should be awake by now. Ay, pues. I did have a... Oh, shit. If that was the case, then I'll consider possible accomplices. You don't say. Not good. Don't tell me you think you're going off that easy. What? You must have heard the sound just now. Maybe it wasn't clear enough. The sound of you falling into your own trap can be hard sometimes. Mr. Wright, it seems as if you will be stopping at Arco, but you will be making other accusations. If Arco did not have an accomplice, things are not looking good for you. I understand, Your Honor. Very well, let's continue. What accomplice could Arco have? It'd be his brother. But I'm already too deep in this. No, but his brother's in a coma! Ugh. I should not have said he did. I should have went the other way. No! I think I'm gonna fail this hard. You don't say! Uh-oh. Suddenly. Don't tell me you think you're getting off that easy. What? Oh, did you hear that? Oh yeah, the sound of your own failing. What proof do you have this person? Do you have any proof that this person accused of was indeed an accomplice? Oh. I need to go back. No, I think I failed this hard. I think I went too far. Fuck. Let me... Actually... Back to evidence. Let me take the bust. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? This piece of evidence is lacking in persuasive power. You didn't miss the sound, did you, Mr. Wright? You know, the sound of your... Oh, no, the penalty! I wish I can go back. Are you alright, Nick? What do you say about that? Of course he didn't. Okay. Okay, good. I was able to go back. Did Arco have an accomplice? Of course he didn't. Now then, this must be where we get to hear the name of the mysterious accomplice. Wait, didn't I say he didn't? Not this time, Von Karma. What? Okay, I did choose the right one. You're not going to sucker me into this one. What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright? There was no accomplice. Arco planned and committed this murder all by himself. What? Order. What the? What are you getting at? Way to keep them on their toes, Nick. Now I'm going to have to prove this all fits together. I have to show them Arco murdered Russell Berry. Can you do that, Nick? Can you really do that? I mean, I just gotta see how I can put this together, because I know it has to do with the bus. The bus went missing. It's not there. Honestly, Arco could have been able to get the momentum of his legs within 6 months with enough determination, as well as a good, like a hell of a good therapist. I'm pretty sure he was able to regain his walking within 6 months. Obviously, this is the recovery time is completely different from each person, but within the storyline, it is possible. I know that I can do it. I can't stop now. If I stop attacking, I'm doomed. All right, then let's do this. Mr. Phoenix Wright. If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right? Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime of the... Oh my gosh. God damn it, I didn't read it. It was obvious he was here the entire time. That's Arco's room. Pretty simple, eh? Arco wasn't able to leave the lodging house by himself. In that case, there can be only one correct answer. Arco didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What are you, nuts? What are you saying, Mr. Dingling? It was an interesting theory. That's it. Considering that you proposed the impossible, then yes, it is. Mr. Wright, yes, Your Honor. As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there is no way he could go to the scene and be the killer. You got a point. It seems like you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. Mo said that he saw Max, didn't he? But Maya, it's impossible for humans to fly. You mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand that some of your logic. However, how do you think that I'd kill him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? That's the next course of legal buffet. Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here, she's right. I can't mess up here. I've got to give this some serious thought. I'm sure Argo killed the ringmaster, and he did it while he was not in his room. No doubt about it. Time to enlighten us as to how Mr. Dingling committed the crime. Let me present evidence. Because it has to be the bus like I did earlier, honestly, because think about it. Money? Because money has a habit of taking shiny objects. And let's look at the bust. It's fucking shiny because of the cards. Go back. I'm gonna present some evidence. So, what did Mr. Dingling use to commit the crime of the murder against Mr. Russell Berry? Present. What? That's a picture. It is indeed. The problem is that the item that's shown in the picture, the bust, it's quite a large bust. And because it is a life size, it is also very, very heavy. Heavy? Heavy enough to guarantee a certain death? Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window. Oh my god, I'm getting it now. Oh, I thought he regained the use of his legs. Nah! He had a Silk Hat, if not a copy of the Silk Hat. He had a copy of the Silk Hat, yeah, he had the copy of the robe, put it on the bus, and fucking bonked his head in with it. Oh my god. And then had him fly up! That's why it looks so funky. Okay. Especially if it was dropped from a third-story window. Ah! See? This is how Argo was able to kill the Ringmaster, with the force of gravity of Maximilian Galacticus' ample bust. Order, order! So you're saying the bust fell onto the Ringmaster? A rather simple crime. Fuck, he did it. Oh my god. Well, he did do it. Oh my god. You know, my suspicions were correct. My suspicions were suspicioning. Let's try to put the evidence correct together. Even if you were stuck in a wheelchair, it would be incredibly easy to commit. Objection! How could you possibly wheel a wheelchair with something so heavy? It's impossible. Not when you have a chimpanzee that likes to steal stuff. Objection! Well, Acro is an acrobat. He should have had more upper body strength enough to carry a bus like that. Mr. Dingling, how do you respond to these charges? Well, Argo's at a loss for words. Should be. He knows that I'm getting close to the truth. Well, 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 Argo. You can't— Ah! I'd watch what I say if I were you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? Oh, fucker. Testimony, you say. I keep on pressing it to go faster. Miss Von Karma. He's just using this testimony as a ruse to stall for time. Wait, pues. This is absolutely no need for such testimony. The defense has its own version of the murder. The prosecution has no right to respond. The defense's objection is overruled. Why can't he see things my way once in a while? Mr. Dingling, I'm sorry, but you need to testify about your physical condition. If you have any doubts about your ability to testify, we can request expert testimony. The witness will have no problems. However, let's all be respectful toward him. Thank you. Ugh, that woman will sink at any low to win a case. I voice this. I suppose I could have lifted something the size of that bust. I have a strong upper body for working on acrobat, and only my legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. This makes it impossible for me to know the location of the ringmaster's head. Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop the bust on him. Don't you think? You know, thinking stuff. I'm thinking things. I have no doubts in regards to the witness's testimony. It is impossible for him to lift the bust and stick himself far enough out the window to look. Not to mention that he could not have known the location of the ringmaster's head. A single false step would have led to even more severe injuries. That's what I was thinking. This is your opinion. What is your opinion on the matter, Mr. Wright? I'd still like to proceed with my cross-examination. He's simply stalling. It's shameful, really. Ugh, I can't let her get to me. I've got to focus. I actually get some water before I get to Marco's physical state. I suppose I could have lifted something that size in the bust. I have a strong enough upper body to work as an acrobat. My only legs were injured. However, lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. Makes it impossible for me is to have known the location of the ringmaster's head. Have you ever lifted up the bust before? No, I've never actually lifted it up with my own two hands, but I should get to it, don't you think? I can't let money outdo me on this. Money? Oh, the crazy monkey that's lifted the Max's bust before. Yep. Please continue with your testimony, Mr. Dingling. I have a strong upper body from working out as an acrobat, and only my legs were injured. So, what have you been doing to keep it in shape? Well, honestly, I've given up on training. I don't have any plans to return to the trapeze or the tightrope. You don't say. But no offense, I'm not worried about losing you in a race or anything. Oh, Spambot detected something. Thank you, Spambot. Neither am I, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Jesus. Neither. I won't lose either, Slowpoke. I mean, Nick. Whoa, whoa, whoa! How did the discussion turn on me all of a sudden? I suppose you could say that I'm stronger than an average bear. Honestly, lifting the bus and looking out of the window would have been impossible. There's no way I could have exerted that kind of force on my lower body. Fair. However... I'll press him. How long will it take you to recover? Your recovery will. You have to remember that my nerves were severely damaged. I'm currently undergoing some extremely intensive rehabilitation, but it's still going to take a while before I'm back at 100%. Let me remind you another important point. If the witness was carrying a bust, he would have not been able to see out the window below. It makes it impossible for me to know the ringmaster's location. Why would you say it's impossible? Allow me to explain. You accept that if I was carrying the bus, I couldn't see below the window. Thus, there is no way that I would be able to know the location of the master's or the ringmaster's head. Well, I suppose you've got a point. Hey, Nick. Huh? What if you turn things around? Maybe if you looked at that sort of thing. If he knew the location of the ringmaster's head, then he could drop the bust. Does that make sense? If only I could prove it somehow. Maybe he had the bus outside on top of the box. Actually, let me see here. I think I've already explained that things significantly enough. Okay, so... Thus, it would be unrealistic for me to drop it. Okay. I'm gonna present the evidence. Circus map. It's only his. And the box was underneath him. The victim was hunched over a 20-pound box. It boasts a small but strong lock. Small seasoning bottle found inside the wooden box the victim was hunched over. It contains pepper. So... Ooh. Maybe he was trying to kill Regina? Yeah, he was trying to kill Regina. Let me... Okay. Regina, okay, he tried to kill Regina, but obviously her father saw the bulletin board. He took it and went to go talk to whoever it was himself. Oh, let me do the box. I'm gonna do that. Objection! Arco, you didn't really need to lean out the window, did you? What are you driving at, Mr. Wright? You already knew ahead of time where the ringmaster was gonna be. Quite precisely, I may add. Objection! You still hinting at things? It's pointless, Mr. Wright. Enough stalling. How about you show us some evidence? What? I did such a good job hinting. Yes, yes. Hurry up and explain things, Mr. Wright. Maybe you should take a look at this. The key point here is the wooden box. The same wooden box that the victim was found hunched over. The same. The question is, who placed the wooden box here? Who? When Ben and company saw the ringmaster, they didn't see him holding the box. Which means this wooden box was already placed at the scene of the crime. I have to admit that your theory makes a lot of sense. The moment that the bus came falling down was exactly the same moment that the ringmaster lifted up this wooden box. Which means the answer to all the questions is now crystal clear. You mean if the bus were to fall upon the point marked out by the wooden box, there would be no way that it could have missed the head of the victim. No. Exactly. Order! This is unbelievable. Finally, some of these loose ends are starting to tie themselves up. Now I have to keep going. There's only one way to go out of this, and it's to move forward. So the next question I have is, who placed the wooden box at the scene? It was Mr. Dingling, of course. He connected to the rope, and then all he had to do was lower it down. Allow me to whip some sense into you. Oh my god. My gosh, dude. The ringmaster's head could have been anywhere when he had lifted that box. That's why the box was so specially made. Especially made? Indeed, it had the most particular feature. It was the size of the box. No, it wasn't. It was the weight of the box. The box has a remarkable weight. Weight? According to the court record, it weighs 20 pounds. Just to lift up this wooden box would have required... Oh, I see. One would have to squat down, then lift it up with their body, wouldn't you say? That's exactly what I was trying to point out. The box is also very large. The box is also carrying handles on the side, doesn't it? That is correct. To lift up the box, they would have to squat down. Which means, no matter who you are, your head would be approximately the same place. Yep. Does he even bother to listen to me anymore? I've heard what you've had to say. I must admit, I am shocked at your imaginative skills. Did you do it? Did you place the wooden box in the plaza? Mr. Wright may have a vivid imagination, but I could never have done that. And what he's proposing. What? Mr. Wright, do you really recall the location of Max's bust? I remember. Of course I remember. It was on top of the table in the cafeteria. Then, what happened to it? I'd like to remember one important fact, Mr. Wright. I could not possibly leave the lodging house by myself. Ah, that means you understand what I mean, don't you? I may very well have been able to drop the bust from my room. However, I would not have been able to get the bust from the cafeteria. You see, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Explain that. He had Money the Monkey. Of fucking course he was able to. Because Money loves Arco. Money also is, I guess, part of Arco's group. You know what I mean? Don't forget, you said there was no accomplice. Tell us exactly how the witness could have carried that bus from the cafeteria. Yep, we definitely have a problem here. But this is no place to get perplexed. I've got to get my wits about me and prove how things could have happened once and for all. Mr. Wright, let's hear your explanation. How did the witness get to the bus from the cafeteria to the room? A monkey? Oh, chimpanzee, technically. Everyone knows Money. He loves shiny objects of any size. Oh, like he stole the ventriloquist's ring. So, are you saying the witness had a monkey steal the bust? Of course he didn't. He didn't order the monkey to steal it. The monkey stole it on his own and then brought it back home. Home? Monkey lives in Arco's room. Arco's room? Objection! But the bust was bronze, wasn't it? Bronze isn't all that shiny. It was the cards. They were silver and shiny. Maybe you should put the whip down sometimes to read the court record. My, those are very nice cards he's holding. Yes, they are made out of platinum, which is very shiny. Arco. Money is a strong monkey, right? It would have been easy for him to bring the bus back to your room. If he wasn't able to handle that himself, I would be on the market for a new roommate. Order! Order! I said order, Miss Von Karma. Where is the bus in question at the moment? I don't know. We were searching for it as we speak. This is rather strange turn of events. Let us say that the monkey had not stolen the bust. How would have that happened then? Well, in the event, something else would have been used as the murder weapon. Wait. Oh, yeah. When you mean this bust was the murder weapon purely by accident, it's possible. Maybe Arco saw Money's mountain of stolen goods and thought to use one of them. Anyways, I think we've more than proven the one critical fact. Namely, that this was entirely possible that Arco was the murderer. Moron. Oh, we got this in the bag. Mr. Wright, the argument is so circular. I'm still a bit dizzy. However, this argument does hold water. There is no denying it. Oh. Don't seem so flamboozled, especially by this fraud of an attorney. Ah, don't call me a fraud. I have a license. Fraud. You've forgotten the absolute most important thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright. And that is, you should know. Oh my god. You forgot that your fraud of a magician client was spotted at the scene of the crime. He fucking dressed up the bust. There's no reason to doubt the clown's testimony. That's true. How do you respond to that, Mr. Wright? Nick, don't let her beat you now. I won't. I gotta turn this trial around again. When the murder occurred, there were two people at the scene of the crime. One was the victim, Russell Berry, and the other one was the murderer himself. Answer this and only this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Who was the murderer of the clown? The bust. Again, it was the bust. Because technically it was Max, but it was the bust version of himself, you know? He saw Max's... Ah! I asked, who was the other person Mo saw at the scene? That... Oh. Oh my gosh, he spoke French. Au contraire, mon frère. I can't even pronounce that. It does not. It does indeed have something to do with the question. Mo said that he saw Max's silhouette, but he didn't need to. But he did not actually see the man himself. It wasn't a human being he saw. How is that possible? It's simple, really. What Mo actually saw that night was Max's bust. Why are you talking about that? Have you tried using your brain at all this case? The silhouette he saw was wearing a cloak. There is no reason why you couldn't attach the cloak to a bust. It would have been easy to hang one off of the hand, off of one of those hands in the bust's hands. It doesn't matter who put it there. Just a minute now, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? The question is of the utmost importance to this case, don't you agree? No, he caught me. So let's have it, Mr. Wright. Who put the cloak on the bust? It has to be Russell. Because it has to be Russell. Because again, he took his cloak out there. His cloak. Ay, pues. Fool! Him? Are you saying it was the victim himself, Russell Berry? That's what I'm saying. The victim himself placed the cloak on the bust? Place the cloak isn't really the right way of putting it. Because it thumped on top of him, and when he thumped down, the coat was, like, not on him, so, like, the bust took the cloak. Then, what would be the right way of putting it, Mr. Wright? Explain yourself! Nick, do you really have to handle all of this? I'm fine, Maya. I'm finally putting all the pieces together. There's really only one way I can picture and paint this. Anyways, all right. So, you want to know what really happened that night? Let's take a step back in time. Arco used a rope to lower the wooden box onto the scene. When he attached that rope to the bust and dangled the bust out of the window directly above the wooden box. At the same time, the ringmaster told Max to wait in his room, and he went to the scene. Of course, it was that time the ringmaster was wearing Max's costume. Perhaps he didn't want anyone to recognize him that night. But just as he feared, he was spotted at the entrance of the lodging house by none other than the ventriloquist and his puppet, Ben and Trillo. When the ringmaster arrived at the scene, he bent over to lift the wooden box. And that's when Arco took his chance and released the rope.
Now, this is when the magic happened. At that very instant that the bus hit the victim, oh. Wait a second there, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Are you trying to say, as much as you scheme, this is just isn't true, it can't be? It's still a little early to be getting so upset, Miss Von Karma. That's true. It's a little early to be a little, you know, angry. The circus isn't over yet. What? The impact of the bus on the victim threw the cloak up and snatched onto the... Do you know what? That's literally what I just said right now. The impact also caused the sound of a certain witness heard, prompting him to look out. The witness was, of course, Lawrence Mo Curls, the clown. And when Mo looked out of his window, the cloak had already been stacked onto the bus. And now, having completed the crime, Arco naturally went up and pulling the murder weapon. And of course, he had no idea that Mo saw the bus being raised with a cloak dangling on it. Primarily because, in his wheelchair, he couldn't see out of his window. So he just kept pulling the bus up. And that is how the magical murder disappeared into the sky came to be. So, you see, the only person who could have pulled this off is the only one person who was able to drop the murder weapon from above the crime scene. Arco, it could only have been you. Arco's been playing mind games with all of us. He sure has. But he has to come to the end of his rope now. So, what now? You're graced us with a rather long-winded tale. But do you have any evidence to prove that your fairy tale is true? Evidence? In this court, only two things matter to the power of evidence: the power of my whip. Don't forget the power of my gavel as well. Mr. Wright, the prosecution brings up a good point. Can we see some evidence? Nick, they want evidence. I just explained how there can only be one possible method of murder. But there's still something unusual about Mo's eyewitness account. Unusual? A contradiction, usually. Okay then, use that to get out of this jam. That's enough. Talking amongst yourselves. Proceed, Mr. Wright. Present some evidence to the court that backs your claims. And I want hard proof that you have unraveled the trick to this magical case. And again, it has to be the hat or the promotional poster, because we're gonna look on the promotional poster really quickly, because remember, in Mo's account, he didn't see the flowers. He only saw the cloak and he saw the hat. And there's only one in existence, and that hat fell off because the ringmaster was wearing it and he got bonked on the head with the statue. I'm gonna definitely use the poster, because I've used the hat so many times. I have to use the poster. The problem is Max has 3 symbols. You know, the silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses. Those symbols are a problem numerous times during yesterday's proceedings. Yesterday, there were 2 contradictions in Mo's testimony. The silk hat was one of them, and the white roses were the other.
But the theory I just presented explains all those contradictions. You fool, do you ever shut up? Max's silk hat was found at the scene of the crime. However, remember what Mo said yesterday. He testified that the criminal he saw fleeing at the scene was wearing a silk hat. There's only one other explanation than that. A silk hat the most saw was actually the busts. Makes sense if you look at it that way. Then he did see the silk hat. Well, sort of. Objection! Fine, you got this one. But what other contradictions? The other contradiction? Remember what? No, thank you. Oh, my voice is getting raspy. Remember what that ventriloquist said in court? He said he witnessed the white roses on Max's chest that night. But the clown's testimony doesn't match. The clown said he saw that there was no white roses. It's because the coat was on, it was hooked on front ways onto the front of the bust. Duh. I'd like to see where you try and explain that one. Can you do it, Nick? Of course, I can explain all of it. What was that? Please recall the instance of where the cloak snagged onto the bust, like I said right now. The cloak snagged onto the bust when... And what happened to the white roses? It's on the front of the bust. Do you get it? If the cloak got snagged onto the front of the bust, it means that the white roses would have ended up on the back of the bust. Oh. Which explains why Mo didn't see them. White roses were not visible because they were on the back of the bust. Boom. Order! Order! This is quite the shocking state of affairs. Mr. Wright's theory still sounds a bit absurd to me. However, let's just keep going down this road for a while and see where it leads. Let's do this, Nick. Then maybe Von Karma will finally throw in the towel. Hee. Well, so much for that theory. Mr. Wright, do you mind? What is it? You took that time to research our circus, didn't you? Well, yes, I did. Is there something making you think that I didn't? If you did, then maybe you'll understand why I think you're off track. Why is that? Motive. This witness feels an incredible debt of gratitude toward the ringmaster. He didn't want to kill the ringmaster. Remember, everyone? He wanted to kill Regina because she caused his brother to get bit and go into a coma. Basically, he wanted to kill Regina because of the note. But anyone with any relations to the circus is well aware of this. Thus, there is absolutely no way someone like this would kill the ringmaster. Your Honor, I'd like you to hear Arco's story. Learn about his relationship with the ringmaster and his life until now. What do we do? There's no doubting that Arco deeply respected the ringmaster. Arco's motive. It seems that this case isn't over yet. Very well. However, I feel that this is a good place to take a break. I will listen to the rest of Mr. Dingling's testimony after recess. This court will now take a 10-minute recess. Continued. Let's do this. We're in the final stretch, everyone. Woo! December 30th, 2:17 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 5. I can't believe it. Argo? It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It's definitely. And to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, am I that hated? Ahem. Argo tried to pin the murder on you on purpose. He did? His makeup, his mascara is running. Cough, cough. But I'm nothing but a little old nobody, you know? But you're not, which is kind of the reason why. Cough, cough. Hey, pal. You're gonna ignore me like that after I went all that trouble to bring you some evidence? Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Forget about it. I'm going home. This guy deserves to be guilty anyways. No, Detective. I'm sorry. Look, why don't you relax a little? We've got some really tasty milk. How about a card trick, Detective? Oh, ho, ho. Well, if you insist. I love Gumshoe. He's just so cute. Oh, he's so handsome. Now, about that evidence you mentioned, what is it? Here it is. Here you go. Oh my god, he stole the fucking scarf back. Let's go. This is, you know, he's the realist, honestly. He's the realist. Huh? This was yesterday in Argo's room. Yup. And I've included the forensics results and take a look at it later. Won't Miss Von Karma be mad that you're doing this? Oh. That's why this is all a secret. Huh? Look, the details are not needed to know basis, and we're not really allies or anything, even though Gumshoe likes us. But everything happens in the court up until now has gone according to our plan. I don't know, Miss Von Karma didn't seem in control of things in there just now. You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were set in motion. Final plans? Uh-huh. That reminds me, I got a message from the prosecutor for you. Nothing is ever truly decided until the very end. That's it. And that's it for me too, pal. I'm out of here. I wonder if she got wind of something before us, obviously. Well, before them, but like before everyone. Gumshoe, my husband. He's so cute. Oh, I didn't even read that. Fuck. I'm not sure. It was all pretty cryptic to me. Oh, and one more thing. Ah! Don't scare me like that. It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. What? For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it all before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of milk for me? What? I wonder if Regina and Mo got it for him. Because, well, Regina and Mo gave him milk. So, December 30th, 2:22 p.m., District Court, room number 2. Court is now back in session. Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off. I'd like to continue with Argo's testimony, starting with his relationship to the victim. I'd also like to get proof of the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Argo would have to commit this crime. Understood, Mr. Dingling. Yes, Your Honor? Please proceed with your testimony. Finally, we get the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay? Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want to answer to. About the ringmaster, witness his testimony. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. Remember, you told us this. You were such a thoughtful young man. As you heard, the witness is deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Argo would kill the man in such
esteemed way.
You are absolutely right. How could anyone think like that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there is no real need for a cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Arco kill the Ringmaster?
He wasn't trying to kill the Ringmaster. He was trying to kill Regina. We obviously know this, but they don't know this. You guys don't see me, but I'm putting my hands to the screen. Ah!
This might be my last chance to answer this question. Of course, I would like to cross-examine him. Because cross-examining him would be the best thing to do, because then we find out more. Yeah, no, we do actually, yeah. God damn it. Love it here. All right. The defense has a right to cross-examine the witness. You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright, as my You don't care about the justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive. No, it's there. Actually, hold on. Let me look at the court records real quick. Ah! Bat scarf stained with his blood and a small quantity of pepper. So, I was thinking of something earlier. I'm gonna say a little bit later, but I wanted to look at that. You don't care about. Oh yeah. Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness. Mm-hmm. That is true. What do you think, Nick? I don't know. I think the more cross-examine him, the worse I end up looking. You mean, I get the feeling that this cross-examination was a trap. Yeah, Von Karma set you up again. Oh. I became an acrobat at the... I still want to ask questions. You started off as an acrobat at an early age? I begged the Ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We called ourselves the Flying Dingling Berries. It's really a household name. I even heard of them in Germany. Liar. The point is that I wanted to be of some use to the circus. You're truly a remarkable young man, the judge keeps looking. Oh, like a proud father. I'm gonna present some evidence just cause. Do you ever have any trouble with the Ringmaster? Ah! How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have any sort of fundamental misunderstandings of a witness testimony? Or the heartfelt emotions contained within them? You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard. No matter how you look at it, there is no way I could see the witness ever taking the victim's life. Ooh. Did she hit me? Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them. I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up looking like a jerk. What do you think, Nick? I don't know, I think... You mean... Yep, it was a trap. Okay, I'm gonna have to take the penalty. Okay, I have to go back, so I have to do something. Actually, can I... Options? I'm gonna have to load in and start again. No, but I'm not too far behind. Oh, fuck. I didn't. Yes, me and my brother Sean. What? You have a brother? How old were you when this happened, Arco? I was 8 years old and my brother was 4. Oh, he was like 4 years younger, baby. Your parents were very cruel, weren't they? Nowadays, they aren't bitter about we aren't bitter what happened to us. Because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the Big Berry Circus. Nick, the judge is getting misty-eyed. He's got a soft spot for sob stories. It looks like it. Ow! Sniffle. No crying in court. Let's get going. Sniffle, the witness may proceed with his testimony. Okay, I think I'm just gonna have to present something to get me out of here. So let me... Actually, no. I'm gonna load. Alright, let me load up again. Then get back into the trial. So I think I'll be quick about it. Going a little bit fast. Could I do autoplay? I could, but also going as fast as I can right now. Yeah, whole ton of milk, blah blah blah. Alright, come on. Oh, witness testimony. Here we go. No need to question him now. There's no need to cross-examine the witness. What's that? Why was the ringmaster murdered? There is no need to delve into that bit of testimony when I already have the answer. Mr. Wright, I'd like you to ask the question. Go ahead, Your Honor. I would like to know, can you provide an explanation as to why Arco would want to kill the ringmaster? Of course I can. I can provide one because we... Wait, can you provide an explanation as to why? It has to be. Okay, you can't provide an explanation. It would have to be, of course I can, but... But I have a person. Nick? Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason Arco killed the ringmaster is something that can't be proven. What? That's because Arco had no reason to kill the ringmaster at all. Ah! Your foolish attempts to fool us with foolishly foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. I totally did that wrong. Did you forget? You made an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe it was. This is the real killer, Rustleberry Ringmaster. If you want to jump to the end of things, then yes, that sounds about right. The end of things? Arco, you didn't plan to kill the ringmaster at all, did you? The ringmaster wasn't your target that night. As we know, it was Regina this whole time. What did you say? I'm saying that the target of this witness murderous plot was not the ringmaster. It was because it was never his intention to kill Rustleberry to begin with. What? Order, order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud in the face twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in this court? Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in this court? Are you attempting to imply that Arco was trying to kill someone else? Of course. He was trying to kill Regina because he blames Regina for putting his brother into the coma. But looking back at the what is it called? It was just an accident. He placed blame on Regina for nothing. Oh, no. Regina Berry? This young girl is the ringmaster's daughter, correct? Arco, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
Objection!
You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question.
Objection!
He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to do is, you're wrong, and that's it. That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Enough, Mr. Wright. Allow me to. Oh, the only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. I love it. Huh? And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Oh, we're in ad breaks. No, we're in ad breaks! Show me the evidence now. I want to know why Arco would want to kill Regina Berry. Yes, me too. I demand some proof. It was because of the... Man, let's kill this young girl. It's because of the note. Remember? To the murderer, you haven't forgotten what you oh my gosh. You haven't forgotten what happened 6 months ago, have you? I have conclusive evidence of what took place. Meet me at 10 p.m. tonight at the lodging house. Yep. Arco, you remember this, don't you? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the ringmaster's tailcoat. Inside the victim's tailcoat? Arco wrote this note. It's ironically entitled "To the Murderer." Its proposed was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m. You're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note? Yes, but there's just one little problem. Problem? Arco did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the ringmaster. You mean it wasn't for the... That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended for was none other than Regina Berry. Order, order, order! Mr. Wright, the theory of yours! It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put it, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her, which is why the morning of the crime she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board. That's when her father, the ringmaster, saw the note. That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in the plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake instead of Regina. That's incredible. Remember the testimony that Arco gave us earlier. Lifting the bust and looking out the window would have been impossible. There is no way I could have exerted that kind of force with my lower body. If I were to do that, I'd end up falling out of the window myself. Arco had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out the window to see who it actually was. I've got it! Arco thought it was Regina down in the plaza. And that's when he let the bust fly. Hey, Nick. Isn't Regina listening to all this from the audience? She is. Unfortunately, it's the only gonna get harsher from here. I hope Regina can handle it. Arco wrote this note to Regina.
Objection!
Foolish fool. Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly fool ideas. Oh my gosh. You're so foolish, you've even made me sound full-heartedly fool. He is foolishly foolish. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell me, or tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place. It was in the box. Yes, Yes, what about that line? Well, if the note was meant for Regina, it would have meant... Just see my dog moving on my bed. I don't know what she's doing. Yeah, I'm talking about you. This note is declaring that Regina Berry is the murderer. You don't get it, do you? What? What did you just say? The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza. In place of his lovely daughter. Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is this incident that alluded to the note? I know all about it. An incident that occurred 6 months ago, and now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at the time. Moron. Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case? It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case happened, or has its start, is in, oh my gosh, is what happened 6 months ago. Really, Nick? I, think so. Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is the conclusive evidence mentioned in this note? I know. I'd certainly like to know what it is. If I can't answer this, the judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about the incident that actually happened 6 months ago pertains to the bottle of pepper that was inside the box that we found. Achoo! 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 Ah! What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Phoenix, right? It isn't a joke at all. It's just decisive evidence you asked for. What do you mean? Recall that the victim was trying to take the wooden box away from him. He was doing this because the piece of decisive evidence was actually inside. Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright. So, what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming that Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper? Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you could draw.
Objection!
Foolishly fool who never tries of his own foolish ways. If you are so sure, Mr. Phoenix, right, then answer this question. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim? It was Matt. 26. 22. Who is this? This is Arco's younger brother.
Objection!
What? What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead? Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Arco could feel that his brother is dead. Regina, did that to him? Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Arco's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state. A lion? Regina, I mean Miss Regina Berry, is the animal tamer by trade. However, no tamed animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. Oh my gosh. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Miss Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her. True, it's not in her, but as we looked at the evidence that we're probably going to present right now, like, it'll explain it more. So then what happened to Arco's brother? He's not the victim of the attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident. I see. Now, what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident? It was just an accident. It was more than that. Well, it was an accident. But yes, it was just more than that. The lion biting Bat was no accident at all. Oh. Hi. Hiya. How you doing? Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Thania Tudana. I usually stream whatever I can and whenever I can. Right now, I'm currently in the middle of Ace Attorney, Justice for All 2. I am in the middle of a court case of right now we just figured out, like, what's it called? Oh, wait, it didn't give you the oh my gosh. Hold on. I'm so sorry. I can't believe it didn't shout you out. Let me see here. But how were you doing? What were you playing exactly? Or what were you drawing? I'm kind of curious. Okay, that's not working. Let me see if it works again. It says me for some reason. I'm so sorry. How are you doing, by the way? I'm glad you're able to bring your little art. Oh my gosh. I'm glad you're able to bring your community over here regardless. And it's getting intense, trust me. But hopefully you're having a good day so far, but also if you need a raid and dash, it's perfectly fine. We're just doing a drawing study stream with a friend. Oh, that's good. What were you drawing? Doing a drawing study stream. Ooh. Always fun to do those. Are you guys drawing like an animal, a person, a character? I think it's kind of cool. We did a hand reference. Ooh, hand references are always fun. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why it shouted me out again. Apologies. But everyone in my chat who's not already following Ayana, please do so. They're an absolute sweetheart. Their TikToks are honestly the best. Whenever I get the chance to come across you, I always make sure to like your stuff. I just love your art. I love your personality and all your emotes. But also, if you need a raid and dash, it's perfectly fine as well. You need to take care of yourself. Do it. You know, get yourself something to eat, something to grub and everything. Since they are struggling with hands, so I'm forcing them to do sessions. Okay. You're being a supportive friend, a supportive art friend to making sure that they do it. That's good, honestly. Thank you. It's so proud. I always love complimenting everyone. Because, you know, I love seeing everything about everyone. I remember the last time I did a hand study, probably like a few years ago. I need to actually do another hand study. At least like drawing my own hand. Because I remember drawing my hand for the first time at least. It was more, because my hands are very like blocky. But when I first drew them, they were very more feminine looking. But I did do an art study. You know what? You're inspiring me to do an art study after this. The lion biting Bat was no accident. What? You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There is no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being. She may not have incited the lion attack to another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Arco's brother, Bat. Because look at this, right here. Bat's scarf stained with his blood and a small quantity of pepper. So what happened was that Bat, which is this guy over here, he was known to mess with Regina with Pepper, and they were so close together. They were friends. But obviously Regina, not understanding the consequences and stuff like that of her actions, she gave him a scarf, dusted it with pepper, and sadly when he stuck his head into Leon the lion's mouth, Leon was sneezing and he bit down on Sean, and that's what happened. Ooh, That is a serious oh. That's just a scarf. Arco. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct? That's right. And who is the one that gave this scarf to Bat? Regina. Regina gave it to him. Regina? There is something more than just blood on this scarf, Your Honor. And what might that be? Pepper. Pepper? Pepper. Regina gave this scarf to Bat before the accident. And she covered it with so much pepper as she could. Man, that's a lot of pepper. Holy crap. Oh boy. Hey, what's with the silent treatment? Excuse me, Mr. Wright. You've done a good job at fingering the criminal. But, out of curiosity, what was her crime? Mr. Barry gave a pepper... Miss Barry gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that? It still seems like the judge doesn't get it. Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wasn't it said that the lion seemed to be smiling? Yep, he was sneezing. Smiling? The lion was smiling? Right before Bat was bit by the lion, for a moment the lion's mouth changed and it looked like it was a smile. Lions smile? I've never heard of them smiling. However, lion sneeze. What? Leon wasn't trying to bite Bat at all. In reality, he did a sneeze. That's what. He sneezed because of all that pepper on the scarf. What? You fool! You've got to be kidding me.
Objection!
What is the matter, Miss Von Karma? I object for objection's sake. No! Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believe it? Dude, it's pissed. You really intend to say that this is how this joke of an accident actually happened? Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to the pepper that's when Bat lost consciousness. Arco nearly lost his brother due to this accident, or this joke as he put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina. You foolish idiot. Huh. It almost does seem like a terrible joke. It doesn't it? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me what I said was true? Arco, you can't mean witness. Are you confirming the defense's claim? Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion? I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's an even bigger problem with your theory. What would be the problem? The same problem it's always been, evidence. If I drop Max's bust on top of the ringmaster, where is the evidence that proves that claim? You mean the conclusive evidence? The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack of their more precise. The murder weapon, the bust, what the defense claims was used. If there were to be found in Arco's room, what if it was covered in the victim's blood? That would be awfully conclusive in my eyes. Was it What? Yes, it would be. The bust. Nick, you've got to do something. This is the last step. If I get this one right, then we've won. See how things work out. Request to search Arco's room. Honestly, we have to search Arco's room because it has to be in there. Because if we request to search his room, then we might be able to find it. But it might not be in there if he's already gotten rid of it. Let me see. Let's see how things work out. It might be worthwhile to search Arco's room, but why aren't you going to search his room? It looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of Von Karma Total Justice. I guess. I figured with you, that's the least I should expect. You leave no stone unturned. Huh? Von Karma never leaves a chance anything. Never leaves. God damn it. Okay. We've already searched Arco's room. What did you find? Dang it. What did you find? There is no reason to even say it. We found what you think we found in that room. Arco would not be here as a witness. Okay. But to put a point on it, Max's bust was not in the room. The murder weapon is still accounted for. You see, Mr. Wright? The bust wasn't in my room. Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by a complete surprise. And we took Arco directly to the prosecution's office after that. Okay. But you still had time to get rid of it, though. End of story. Just a second. Oh, yeah. It looks like you like the final nail to put into my coffin. But what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but the only evidence that is relevant here is which pertains to the death of the ringmaster. You should know that by now. Ugh. Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bust. Where is it now? Where is the bust right now? You're Phoenix Wright. You know where the bust is. I'm sure you do. There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where this bust is? It seems like this case is coming to a close. The defense counter-arguments look to have fallen short. Thank you for your support. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I think this brings to an end of cross-examinations of this witness. Oh! It was Maya who said it. Where is Max's bust? The defense needs time to prepare to present its lace. I mean, case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous. I'm trying to bite my tongue. Huh? What? We need more time to do what? Ow! Why are you almost surprised the person here? She's your aide, isn't she? Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? What? Why are you asking me? The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck. Oh. Hey, wait. You can't be serious. Acrobats always have their lives on the lines, don't they? That's how Arco lived his life up until now. Living life on the edge. Now it's time for us to walk across our own tightrope. We don't have a curtain call. Oh my gosh, we don't have a curtain call. If we don't, we're certain to lose. Very well. The defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll ever be finding... I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walking the tightrope of logic, there's no room for false steps. God. Sink or swim. The only way through is forward. The murder weapon. Where is Max's bus? Maybe it's somewhere in the fucking courtroom. Oh no. It's obvious. The bus is somewhere in this very courtroom. It's obviously where? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bus. You know what? Oh my god. Oh my god. He's probably, you know what? You want to be funny? If you fucking had it underneath his chair. Why not? Because, wait, actually, he had no time to get rid of the evidence because they literally called the cops immediately. So he had to stick it underneath his fucking chair. You know what? We're gonna do the witness stand. Arco, I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take... He has a blanket on him! Oh! But do you mind if I take the blanket off of your wheelchair? I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you are a big guy. You have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket. Because it seems like... Ooh. It seems like it'd be easy to hide a bust under there. Once again, you penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you can laugh in your own position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that that bus is under there. We all know that you can't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved to be inconvenient when Miss Von Karma happened to search your room yesterday. If she found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over, which is why you had to hide it in the only place that you could hide it, under your wheelchair. Which is why, Arco, I have to ask you again, would you please remove your blanket from your lap? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterful played. Oh my god! You fool! How could you? You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them. Two of them? Miss Francesca Von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Poor Max's cloak is gone. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bus, obviously I couldn't throw that away. And when you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under the wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely stuck in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of a courtroom hiding the murder weapon. Honestly, that's kind of crazy. There's no way I could escape. I could escape that. So, you got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. It all makes sense now. Can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing. Huh. You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her. I know. I sure couldn't. I can't believe it. Me! What a mistake! Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only if I hadn't done that. It seems we finally arrived at the truth. Arko? Yes, Your Honor? Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I am responsible for that crime. Arko. All my brother wanted was for Regina to like him. That's why he teased her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina, and she started sneezing so hard you couldn't help yourself but laugh. That's why Regina thought it'd be funny to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf with pepper. I didn't know. I know she didn't mean anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I couldn't forgive her, no matter what. Which, in his position, it's completely understandable. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never, ever being able to understand her. Her brother became a star. Regina believes in that so purely. That she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. She doesn't... the circus is all she knows. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decided to do something about Regina. How dreadful. So, you're saying that you are a victim in all this as well? No, that's not what I mean. No, he's crying. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first, I thought I'd kill myself, and then I pondered on giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't, not yet. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. It is almost a reflection of the circus itself. I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again! I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. Yay. Ooh. Yay! This courtroom is adjourned. Ugh. December 30th, 4:27 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Fabulous! But, to be honest, I can't really be too happy about this. Arko, the Ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh? That's a good question. And one I don't know the answer to. Ah, many congratulations, but only at a max, 1,000,000 of them. Thank you. What's the vibe in this room? Just thinking about Arko. No. If you worry about people too much, then you'll be like this forever. Never be happy. Huh? Wah. Oh no. She's been like this for a while now. It's all my fault. Kinda is. I choked on too far. And your dad's gone. Yikes. Sweetie pie. Bat and Arko, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina, Mr. Wright, tell me something. What do you want me to tell you, Regina? Arko said something right at the end. I just couldn't up and leave yet. Does that mean that Arco, is he gonna try and get his revenge on me? I don't think, of course he is. I don't think so. He already tried to get his revenge on you, and your dad's dead now. I don't think so. I don't think so. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina. Are you sure? Are you really sure? Can I believe that? Yep, Arco doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore. If that's true, then I want to see some evidence. Huh? I want to know that you're not just making stuff up about Arco not wanting revenge. Ugh. I can't present anything. I don't know what to present her, honestly. I just don't, I don't know, I just... Oh, not a mimic, thank you. I just saw that. Let me... You know what? Actually, I think it's because of her brother. Because he really liked her a lot. And... No, but he still... You know it's not Regina's... Regina didn't mean to. But still the fact that he felt so strongly too. Arco didn't want to get caught up for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again. Bat. That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know? I never knew. But now that Arco's been caught... Uh-huh. I know. What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bat as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes. And then until he can meet Arco again. That's so sweet of you, Regina. I'm sorry, Arco. I'm sorry, Bat. Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little bit of peace of mind. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So, whenever you'd like to leave us, I'll pay your fee and rip up the contract. I understand. What a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now? That's a big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone is sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision. What is it? I've decided I will take over as the new ringmaster. I will turn this circus into the best circus the world has ever seen. The best circus the world has ever seen? Don't laugh. That's quite a goal. Yay, I can't wait. Then I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing the best circus in the world ever seen needs. The world's best illusionist. Which means the circus needs the best magician in the world. He's staying with the circus. Max, let's work together and make our circus super fabulous. What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're not gonna help them out too, are you? I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me. What are you talking about, Regina? What are you... Oh, hi. Oh, my throat's ripping. Why do you think that I brought you to court today? Huh? We've got to work together to make the Berry Big Circus bigger than it's ever been. Mo. Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the Berry Big Circus without Regina Berry. Max. Nick. It seems like everything is going to turn out all right here. I can't wait to see the best circus in the world has seen. We'll save you the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm gonna order special whoopee cushion seats. I see what made that case. Yesterday's surprise raid. It really paid off, just like you said it would, sir.
You said it would figure it out, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Arco really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney. You mean Mr. Wright? Of course. Well, Detective, my plan is about to leave. As for Mr. Arco's case, we need not worry. I plan to personally stop by the chief prosecutor's office. As soon as I can, understood, sir. I'll be waiting for you, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh my god, yes!